Hello, and welcome to this week's edition of the Side Splitters. My name is Lyle,
And my name is Andy.
and our goal tonight is to leave you in stitches. Andy, how you doing?
Doing fantastic, man. Just petting my nipple as we speak. It's been one of those days.
Oh,
Kind of need it.
I hear that.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, important thing to realize here is 2 weeks in a row, people. 2 weeks in a row. That's right. That's right.
Yeah, we are not a monthly podcast. Thank you very much.
Yeah. Certainly not. Oh my God, it cracks me up because like occasionally I'll get people will tell me like, yeah, I seen the one guy said on a Facebook thing about how it's a monthly podcast. I cracked up. I was like, oh good, yeah, I was laughing too. So funny. Shout out to Count That Kick Down.
No, we're chugging right along here, trying to make some regular content
Yeah.
in irregular times.
That's true. We are recording on, to peel the curtain back a little bit here, we're recording on Tuesday instead of Wednesday because a certain someone came to me and was like, hey, can't do Wednesday this week. Can we do Tuesday instead? Yes, Andy, we can. Thank you. Thank you, Andy.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
You deserve it, buddy.
Like, this is why we are here 2 weeks in a row, because Andy decided, Lyle always tells me if I can't do Wednesday, I should tell him some other day. And I never do until Wednesday. Let me tell him on Tuesday this time. Well, look at that. It worked.
Bring too much attention to it. I'm going to regret it.
I swear. No one knows this, but every week I am so close to just losing my mind because I'm certain that Andy has given up on the podcast on me. It's just like, that's it. It's over. He's done. He's completely done. I knew it was going to happen one day. Oh, God. Just...
Yeah, it's weird. You have the attitude of like that clingy girlfriend that is convinced her boyfriend is cheating on her, and you're just like looking for any excuse or anything that could be construed as a sign that that's the case. Like, whose lipstick is this? It's yours. So it is.
Oh God. Well, I'm sorry, but we won't get into the past.
Nope.
We won't get into my trust issues.
Well, not into the immediate past. We're gonna go back a little bit.
Oh, that's not yet, man. Save that for the middle segment.
Middle? Oh, right. Okay.
Yeah, first we have to start the show off the right way. We have to start off with everyone's
That's why
favorite
I can't segue.
segment. Yeah, I know, but you did good because you opened it up for me, the segue. You see? You did good. Anyway, everyone's favorite segment here is Clickbait News. Start the show off the right way. Now,
All right.
Clickbait News this week, as some of you may know, last week was a 5-piece Clickbait News. Now, that's not an every week thing. That was just we haven't done it in a while, so here it is, 5 of them, all of them are Florida. This week, back to normal. 3 stories, 1 Florida story. But there is a theme to them all. So they got that going for them, okay?
Do I have to guess the theme?
I don't think you'll have a problem guessing it, especially after you hear, like, the second story.
Okay.
So, there's that. But I don't see any other way to start this other than, you know what? If you can guess the theme in the first story, then I'll give you credit for that.
Okay.
But unless you can do it with the first one, then it doesn't count. Okay?
Alright.
Can you tell me, how do I word this one? You see, this can
choose
go...
your words carefully.
Well, this can go so many different ways because it's like... Oh, God. Alright. Okay, yeah, this is how I'm going to do it. What has a man done? The man's name is Bruce Wayne. Honest to goodness, that is his name. What has Bruce Wayne done for 428 consecutive days?
I'm going to say for 428 consecutive days, Bruce Wayne has worn a Batman costume.
No, that's not the case. I took way too big of a swig of iced tea there. I'm sorry.
Damn it, man. Control yourself.
Well,
Your base urges.
It's a big mouth spot, and I was just like, oh, I just want a little sip. Whoa, that's too much. I'm not going to backwash. That's gross. No, Bruce Wayne has eaten... Well, yeah, but it's still gross. I don't want to drink my own spit. That's gross.
You do every day.
Yeah, listen, all right. He has eaten Chipotle for 428 consecutive days.
Ah!
Yeah. Oh, I have pictures too. We'll get to that after the story.
Oh, I don't want to see pictures of that.
Oh, hold on. Like plenty of hungry people, Ohio resident Bruce Wayne unremarkably consumed one of Chipotle's $3 burritos for dinner on October 30th, 2016. Unlike literally every other human being on the planet, though, he not only did he return again the next day, but he's eaten the chain's food every single day since. Enough times to officially set the world record for the longest consecutive streak. Um, oh, December 30th is his 426th day in a row. Well, I hope he kept it going. The last record holder slash crazy person to do this had somehow managed to order one Chipotle entree for 425 days straight. Okay, so 426 was a new record. That's why they're bringing attention to it.
Ah.
After Chipotle announced a new location in his hometown of Tiffin, Wayne, whose honest to God first name is Bruce, conducted research on the current record. He didn't hear the number 425 and go hard pass, and has documented his journey by posting each meal. What is this? Is so terrible.
Hmm.
I hate the way that these things get written. Anyway, he's documented the journey by posting each meal with proof in the form of that day's receipt on his personal Instagram account, which is at Mr. Wayne the Bat.
Of
based,
course.
based on the account's name and its number of burrito and Batman posts, nobody can say that Wayne fails to make the most of things in front of him. Chipotle presumably learned of Wayne's quest a while back, and the company marked the milestone by issuing an official press release. It notes that while a year and 2 months of burrito bowls and tacos, quote, might not be everybody's New Year's resolution for 2018, the fact that Wayne stuck with it this long certainly shows that our menu of real and fresh ingredients offers something for everyone, even superheroes. The chain also presented Wayne with his own custom-made Chipotle superhero cape and cufflinks, a nod
Oh
to
my
his
god.
love of both Batman and burritos. He's still Instagramming photos of meals even now that it's 2018, and according to the presser, Chipotle's new walking PR goldmine has, quote, no immediate plans to stop. Gotta show you pictures.
I can't even imagine. He's not going to look like the Bruce Wayne that I think of. I thought you were going to show me his aftermath in the bathroom after eating Chipotle for that many days in a row. Like, I don't want to see pictures of that.
There he is.
Wow.
Look at this guy.
Wow.
There's his cape.
That is,
I mean, no one's saying that he's eating like 5 burritos a day, just that he has eaten at Chipotle every day for however long. But
and
yeah,
see,
there's his
he's
steak
not,
and cow.
he's not as thick as you would think somebody eating, like, that kind of style of food would be.
No, I would say he's about average food. Average
Average food.
sized. God.
Just want to eat him up, huh?
Food just kind of slipped out there. Anyway, because
Because that stuff wreaks havoc on you. I mean, the only reason that Jared lost all that weight at Subway, besides chasing kids around, was that he was shitting it all out. What?
that's where we've gone.
I'm sorry, I thought that was common knowledge.
I mean, it is common knowledge, but that's where we're taking the podcast.
Yeah. Burrito bowls and pedophiles.
That sounds like an episode title. Unfortunately, we got about 20 minutes to go before that happens.
Oh, well, at least 40 were for us.
Right. Well, remember that one. Okay, on to the next story.
Right.
We'll save the Florida one for last, so let's do this one.
Absolutely.
Can you tell me why the 104-year-old Michigan woman, thinks she's lived such a long life?
She's lived such a long life.
Why she thinks she has lived such a long, what has helped her, in her opinion, live such a long life? Not quite word for word here, but
Okay, I think I know what the theme is.
Okay.
Okay, so the theme is definitely food related. Has to be. And I'm gonna say that she lives such a long time because she has McDonald's every day.
It is food related. You're right, but you're wrong about the McDonald's.
Oh,
She has drank a Diet Coke every day.
every single day.
That's what she says. So, a woman who celebrated her 104th birthday on New Year's Day has a surprising daily habit. She drinks a lot of Diet Coke. Teresa Rowley of Grand Rapids, Michigan, well, she has to drink Diet Coke because you see, they don't have good water in Michigan.
Yeah, no, not at all.
She told WZZM
Ugh.
that she consumes at least one can of her favorite beverage a day. I drink it because I like it. Thanks.
Yeah,
I'm,
thanks. At 104, what do you want? Do you want a soliloquy? Do you want her to give a sonnet that's a love letter to Coca-Cola? No. She's gonna be like, "Oh, I drink Diet Coke because I like it." That,
I'm,
thank you.
I'm going shopping Wednesday, and I need more Diet Coke. I have a bag full of empty Coke cans at home that I need to return to buy more Diet Coke. God. Rowley, who has been a resident of the Sentinel Point retirement community since she was 89. Okay, I misread that going into it. I thought it was saying for 89 years. I was going to say, my God, they're really making fun of her age here.
Wow.
Says,
Although,
go ahead.
oof, that's a very long time to be in a retirement home.
This is true. This is true. She says she finds it hard to believe she's made it so long. I'm surprised that I'm 104, said Rowley, who was born in Illinois before moving to North Dakota and then Michigan. It just doesn't seem like I should be that old. On Thursday, she celebrated her birthday with cake, members of retirement community, and of course, some Diet Coke. When I was 100, I thought I'd never be 104. I thought I'd pass away by that time, but it just didn't happen.
She is the most obvious interviewee ever. Oh my god.
My God,
Well,
I love this woman.
I didn't think I'd be alive. In fact, I think I'd be dead. But
But,
here I
but
am.
here I am. You know why I drink Diet Coke? Because I like it.
Because I like it. Want to know the secret of cleanliness? Take a bath. Thank you.
uh, she said, then I turn 101 and nothing happens. Here I am 104 and still nothing happens.
What is she waiting for? She's literally waiting for death. Like, I don't think she's having the Diet Coke as like a health measure. I think she's having it as like a death measure. She's trying to poison her system.
She just hears the doorbell ring. Most old people are just like, oh, is that my grandson? My grandkids? Not this one. Death, is that you? Finally.
Why'd you get lost on the way?
You damn kids can't find anything without your GPS these days. Even death. God, I could show you how to get here better than you. She's like shaking from all the caffeine.
I can see the houseflies could find my soda can just fine, but death can't find me.
Oh God, that's funny. While Rowley has reached the impressive age of 104 while maintaining a diet that includes Diet Coke, scientists would disagree that her favorite drink had an effect on her birthday status. Thanks. Some
Yeah, right.
suggest possible links between low-calorie beverages and health risks. Oh, wow, I had no idea. I thought for sure because it was Diet Coke that I would live forever if I drank it every day.
Right?
Well, how's she
There's
living
nothing
forever,
sacred.
science? How's she living forever? Because she's doing it. You're not stopping. You want to see a picture of her? I have a picture of everyone, by the way, on Clickbait News today.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, let's see this old bird.
I gotta hide the next story first. Okay, there we go. You might be surprised. I mean, she's not exactly a fox, but she doesn't look 104.
She looks. Oh, okay. About to say, I was waiting for the pixels to come in. She All right. So I'm gonna go out on a limb here. She looks like a goose person. Like half of her looks goose-like features. Although the other part of me says that is a really bad like Dobby mask from Harry Potter. Like really bad.
All right. That's enough of that for you.
I mean, oh, oh. I mean, and well, you stopped hearing about me because that was the end of the article.
You know why you know my name? Because I told it to you.
Oh no, honey, I'm only old because I've been here a while.
uh, crap. What was the? Oh, right. Yeah. Sorry, I'm trying to jot down the names of the episodes before I forget because I gotta go on for this one.
I
I
mean,
hope
jeez.
we can keep the theme going with the third one and come up with a good name for this because here we go. This is the Florida story.
Oh boy, I cannot wait.
Well, in comparison, I'm kind of like, oh man, I thought the first two were the slow ones, but who knows now? Okay,
No,
let's see here. This one doesn't really have a headline so much as the first line is kind of a good headline. So I'm going to say, okay, knowing that it's food related, why was the 26-year-old man arrested?
oh, that one is easy. Um, because he was having indecent exposure by having sex with food in public.
That's what you got.
I mean, it's Florida.
Fair, fair. Um, well, you might be right in a roundabout way.
Okay.
So, a 26-year-old man was arrested after a report he, quote, removed a full rack of ribs from his waistband.
Um,
Yeah.
come again?
So well, it depends if it's beef or pork. The man
Yeah,
accused, the man
not
accused,
kosher.
December 15th of pulling pilfered meat from his pants, was identified by Martin County Sheriff's deputies as, oh boy, um,
Hispanic.
yeah. How did you know? Oh, he stole ribs. That's definitely Spanish.
Yeah, it's in Florida. Like
Okay, I'm gonna tell you the spelling of the first name. It's Maeli.
Maeli.
Yeah,
Miley.
sure. We're gonna call him Miley. So
Ha!
Miley Aguilar Alvarez of Indiantown, excuse me. A sheriff's sergeant reported spotting Alvarez exit Rhines Market IGA about 6:15 p.m. before plucking the ribs, which typically are high in fat and grease and great in taste, from his trousers. Don't know why they had to put that in there, but they did. Um, it's unclear whether the ribs were of the beef or pork variety. They stole my joke.
Ha!
And it continues to say here, this part is what got me to definitely keep it. A further search yielded 2 packs of hamburger buns, 9 pieces of fried chicken, and some mashed potatoes, all of which investigators say Alvarez produced or procured using the five-finger discount. Now, my question is, did they find all of these in his pants?
Yeah, like where else could he have these? Like mashed potatoes? Oh, where?
Yeah,
Where on your person?
I mean,
Because if you store it in the right spot, you're putting them with gravy.
I was gonna
Yeah.
say maybe the underarms. You could just pack in some mashed potatoes, like straight up, like gun them in. You know what I mean?
Now these are all cooked.
Well, I'm assuming the fried chicken and mashed potatoes are, but obviously the hamburger buns aren't. And I can't speak on the ribs.
They would have to be. Like I'm thinking he's taking like finished food and stuffing it into his clothing to get out of there.
Yeah.
Which, man, ugh,
Well,
nothing sacred.
there's a little bit longer here. It says Alvarez is not accused of kipping a cornucopia of comestibles, but plenty for a pic. Okay, that is just enough with this article. I don't have enough water in the world to get me prepared for that kind of alliteration. My God, they think they're so
Oh,
clever.
jeez.
There were no reports of condiments such as barbecue sauce or ketchup, or beverages such as soda or water being stolen. Thank you for telling us what condiments and beverages are.
Yeah.
Investigators reported that Alvarez smelled of booze and was intoxicated, and he was arrested on a retail theft charge in connection with the $32.49 heist.
Wow, $32.49 worth of dinner that man smuggled into his clothes.
Well, I mean, if you're going to do it, go big or go home, right?
Yeah, well, okay. So you ever been too drunk to remember things from the night before? Captain Blueprint.
A couple times.
So, I imagine if that was the case for this guy, like he had forgotten that he had essentially stolen dinner for two, and hid it into his clothes, and he just passed out in his place. How unpleasant would that Goomba be? Look at that face. He looks like a Goomba. Um, how pissed would he be if he woke up the next morning and just like had the meats and the mashed potatoes just soaking into wherever he put them for an entire night?
new
Oh
definition,
man,
new definition of the term meat sweats.
yeah, right. Oh my god, that would be so gnarly.
Yeah, that would be pretty bad. That would be. Well, yeah, because like you said, it's like okay, so if you put the rib, that's a whole full rack of ribs in your pants. Like, do you know how big a full rack of ribs is? Like, that's crazy.
Well,
And
that and like
I'm going to assume, based off the picture, that this man is Mexican. Mexican people are short. They don't have long legs. That means he wrapped it around something in order to get it all. You know what I'm saying? Like he was wearing the ribs as a championship belt. If you get what I'm saying here.
he, he stole the food and put it south of the border.
Well, there's. All right.
Oh my goodness.
Yes, that's that. Like maybe he put the mashed potatoes behind his kneecaps and like.
Oh,
Oh
that's so
God.
squishy.
Yeah. Like, I'm still stuck on the idea of this guy just wearing the ribs as a belt, like a championship belt, just like straight up walking around like, I earned this, just like wrestling, talking everybody.
Yeah, the the Florida State A1 championship goes to.
Oh, that was a little cheesy. I liked it, but anyway, so that's clickbait news for this week. Okay, so we have a bit of a neat talking point me and Andy want to do here. We figured instead of doing it this week in gaming, look, it's January. Not a lot has happened in January for gaming. This is
Mm,
usually the month that everyone kind of winds down off the big holiday and everything like that. So instead of going into that, we figured we can do a talking point. And one thing that we haven't had a chance to do yet is talk about Andy's wedding and all. And I'm not going to get into his wedding exactly per se. Me and Fresco kind of touched on that a bit when we were doing Fried Splitters when Andy wasn't here. Not that Andy would know that because he probably didn't listen. But um, we did not hear or touch on his honeymoon at all. Now, we don't need graphic details, but I figured this would be a cool idea for both of us to share our honeymoon experiences because my honeymoon was cool and there's definitely some funny stories out of it, and I'd love to hear some of Andy's honeymoon if possible. Um, so yeah, you want to go first, or you want me to? Why don't you go first? This way I can kind of seal the deal with some funny stories because I have no idea what you got in store, but I knew what I got is gold.
yeah, I okay. So for our honeymoon, we were originally going to go to Puerto Rico, but You know, Mother Nature beat us there.
It didn't
Um,
exist anymore.
yeah, something.
That's not funny. I am sorry, and all right, I'm not sorry.
Back to your corner.
I'm sorry.
Um,
All right.
so we had to do something else. Uh, somebody turned me on to a place called Cove Haven Resort in the Poconos, and I'm like, oh, so I saw the brochure and I was looking at the grounds and the rooms offered and everything like that. I was like, oh, this looks nice. And for the same price as a week in Puerto Rico, it was worth about 4 days there. I'm like, well, it's last minute, so yeah, sure, why not? Um, so we go there and it's a couples resort, like a whole resort area just for that. And I've never been to a resort,
No, I
um,
haven't
so that was a first for me. But like, not getting graphic. So
either.
the everything was kind of like above and beyond cheesy. Like there was like heart shaped things everywhere. Um, but the room that we got was bigger than my apartment. Like the room we stayed
Now,
in was
hold
bigger
on
than
a
the house I
second.
live in.
Hold on a second. Andy, I love you, buddy, but your apartment is not exactly something to scale in comparison to a hotel, a couple's resort room. Not saying that, couples resort rooms are humongous, just simply saying that your apartment is tiny. It was a perfect bachelor pad for just you. The only reason Carla's there now is because you're having difficulties with finding a house.
Yes, but our room that we stayed in had its own heated swimming pool.
Okay, those are nice.
Yeah, heated swimming pool, sauna, stand-up shower for two. Um, the toilet closet, a vanity area for the bathroom, big heart-shaped king-size bed, um, heart-shaped jacuzzi, um, a living room area, um, dining area, fireplace,
So you had a whole house as an apartment, or as a
essentially,
hotel room. That's cool.
yeah. And there was all sorts of activities. So we did like, um, we did karaoke night one night, and like I am the first person to sing. So the first song of the night, just to set the mood for all the other couples, because a lot of the activities were couples stuff.
Uh,
Um, and what they were doing was they were giving away raffle tickets. So if you sang a song, you got a raffle ticket. And they would pull a raffle ticket out of a hat at the end of the karaoke thing, and the winning ticket got a free night stay at the resort. So you just got a free night tacked on to your visit, which sounded amazing. Sure, why not? We'll sing. I set the tone with Tenacious D, "Fuck Her Gently."
of course you did.
Of course I did.
Because it's karaoke, and that is Andy's go-to specialty.
Love that. And
Mhm.
everybody was having a good time. People were dying. Carla said her face hurt from laughing so hard because she's never heard that song before.
Really?
Never heard that song before.
Oh, that's great. It's just good to know that this time you actually sang it in front of a woman, not someone disguising to be a woman.
Yeah,
Shout outs to episode 0.
Yeah, I got to go home with a woman that night. Uh-huh. Yeah, so did that. They had their own movie theater there, so we watched like a movie, and there was a comedian that showed up, but for the life of me, I can't remember his name. Um, it was all you can eat breakfast and dinner, and it had some good food, but like, there's all sorts of activities and everything like that. But like, it's a couples resort that's cheesy, and we are within our first week of marriage. I wanted to make use of the jacuzzi and the pool and the sauna and the bed and the shower in that order.
Not graphic, Andy.
Not graphic, mind you. Um, but no, we had a lot of fun. We met some other couples that we were like we had the dinner thing, and like she was, so it was all you can eat for the dinner stuff. and she found an excuse every single meal to like squirrel away something from the meal back to the room. Like, not even gonna lie. Like,
Like, okay, so was the buffet 24/7?
it wasn't a buffet. That's the thing. Dinner and breakfast were only served at certain times, and it was a legit coursed meal. Like, you
Okay.
got to pick what appetizer you wanted, you got to pick what entree you wanted, and like either soup or salad and all the other fixings. The only thing that was a buffet was the dessert. They had a bunch of desserts spread out, and you could just pick what you wanted. Um, but you could order more than one of anything. So if you wanted more than one entree, order another entree. Um, but they just kept bringing it out. So, but she would like get the biscuits and stuff like that, like biscuits or bread or something or else, and like wrap it up in a napkin and stick it in her purse.
I mean, she wanted something for later. No, I totally get that.
Yeah, but our fridge ended up, our mini fridge in our room ended up being full of something for laters.
Little biscuits and shrimps and
Yeah,
all.
because lunch wasn't included. So for lunch one day, all she did was open up the fridge and essentially just pick out everything that was squirreled away in there. Like, well, we can have biscuits and crackers and more and rolls. There's our lunch. Fantastic. Even like when we left, we had breakfast before we had to check out, and she got a handful of bacon, literally put it in her pockets of her coat. And on the way home, it's a 3-hour drive back home, and periodically throughout the drive, she would pull a piece of bacon out of her pocket
That's
and ask me
great.
if I wanted bacon. And you know what? Hours after the fact, it was still crispy and delicious.
So in other words, you ate the bacon.
Oh, absolutely. It was
See,
delicious
you
bacon.
can't complain then, because what she did was assist you in carrying pocket bacon with her. It's not her fault you didn't have any pocket bacon. She wanted to assure there was pocket bacon for the ride home. I gotta say, she's brilliant.
Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah,
I,
got yourself
I,
a
I
winner
love,
there, Andy.
uh, love her every day.
How could you not? She
How could
makes.
I
She
not?
literally brought home the bacon.
She beat me in some around the world basketball on their big ass NBA style court. Um,
I realized exactly how much of a nerd I was.
yeah, yeah. When somebody literally a foot shorter than me beats me in around the world, absolutely.
All right, I'm gonna tell you about my time. So I've
Okay.
been married for a few years now. It's actually just what past 3 years. 2014 November I got married.
Has it been that long?
Yeah, man. It'll be 4 years
Jeez.
this Thanksgiving. uh, so we got married in November, but we didn't take our honeymoon right away because we had something in mind that was like perfect for the both of us. She came up to me and she said, "Look, I want to do something like all inclusive or tropical or a cruise or something like that for our honeymoon." I said, "All right, let me see what I can work with." So I got to looking into it and everything. My favorite band, literally the band that sang our wedding song, 311, was doing a cruise the following February after we were getting married. And they were going to Jamaica, and everything was all inclusive. I'm like, this is perfect. This is everything we could want. So we did it. Um, so immediately following the wedding, we went to Atlantic City, spent a couple nights there, just hung out at the casinos, whatever. It was really nothing that spectacular. It was just a couple nights at the casinos.
Right.
I was really trying to win $4 million, but that's besides the point. there was a there was a machine. Real quick side story. There was a Titanic machine she wanted to play, and I was like, you know what? I'm going to play as well. So I sat down, and we had a little bit of money to burn because we were only there for a couple nights, and it was right after the wedding or whatever. So I was like, I'm gonna just drop a 50 in this, and I'm gonna hit max bet, which was like $4.50 a spin or something crazy like that. So I figured 10 spins, let's see what happens.
Mhm.
In those 10 spins, I got it up to like $475. Not in
Wow.
those 10 spins alone, but I'm just saying, like in those 10 spins, I just won enough money to keep going. And eventually, at around the 250, 300 mark, I'm like, I'm not going to stop until I hit the jackpot. And the jackpot was like something crazy, like $4 million. So I'm like, there's nothing that says happy honeymoon like coming home with $4 million. We'll buy the boat that's going to take us to Jamaica. So I went from 400 and something, 70 something dollars all the way back down to zero.
Aw.
But it took a while. Anyway, not important.
Oh,
So
your heart will go on though.
God, heard that song way more times than I wanted to.
Ah.
I hate that movie. We're not getting into that. So Jamaica. Now, the first day we board the ship, we have not even left port. We were sailing out of Florida to Jamaica. Haven't even left port yet. And on the boat, I know a few other names. One of them is a guy by the name of Charlie Tuna. Now, Charlie Tuna is a rapper from the 90s. He was in a group called Jurassic 5. He was also on an Epic Rap Battle of History episode on YouTube. He played, drawing a blank,
Neil deGrasse Tyson.
Neil deGrasse Tyson, thank you, during the Bill Nye and Sir Isaac Newton rap battle. So that was recent while it happened, and I was just like, holy crap, this guy's kind of relevant. And, like, I know him from a few songs in the 90s. Like, this is so cool, because not only was he on the boat, but when you first board the boat, you have to go to, like, a safety speech thing, telling you where all the exits are, emergency exits, life vest, all that stuff. Well, you would think, like, all the celebrities got their own special thing. No, 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 no. I don't know if he just wasn't celebrity enough or what the deal was, but he was there in ours. And I'm like, that's Charlie Tuna. Like, I'm pretty sure that's Charlie Tuna, at least. I mean, I don't want to seem racist because I'm looking around. Yeah, there's a lot of dreadlocks, but he's the only black guy here. Because it's 311 fans, so everyone's a white Jamaican guy all of a sudden.
Right.
So I'm like, you know what? I'm just going to play it cool, even if it is him. Not even going to say anything to him. Looked over a couple times. Eventually, I seen a couple guys walk over to him and just, obviously they're asking him, are you so-and-so? And he's like, yeah, I am. Real deep voice. That's what he's known for having. And, shakes their hands, whatever. All right, thank you so much. And I'm like, oh, this is definitely him. So I'm like, you know what? I got to get up and go talk to him. I get up, I'm kind of nervous and everything. I'm not really starstruck or anything, but I'm just like, oh, it's kind of weird for me to just out of the blue say what's up to this guy, but I'm going to do it anyway, whatever. Went in room, right? So I go up to the guy and I'm like, you're Charlie Tuna, right? He goes, yes, I am. I'm like, man, that's so cool. I like your stuff with Jurassic 5, and I love what you did with Epic Rap Battles. And he was just like taken aback. Like all of a sudden, he was starstruck. You watched that? I'm like, yeah, man. He's just, it's so crazy. My son came up to me and didn't care that I had a successful rap career in the 90s or whatever, but as soon as I was on this YouTube channel, all of a sudden I was a legend to him. So he was just, kind of bantering with me. I'm like, oh, that's funny, all right, whatever, thank you, cool talking to you. Walked away. By the end of that cruise, I have seen this man so many times. There was a 24/7 buffet, which is why I asked about yours, and I visited it frequently. I'll get into why in a second. The last day of the cruise, like yours, there was a breakfast buffet before checkout. So we're in the breakfast buffet, and I'm sitting up there or whatever, and I'm just kind of looking at the omelet bar. I haven't tried any of the omelet bar yet, and I'm really debating it. I'm like, man, we got to take a plane ride home still because we're in Florida. We don't get to drive home. So I want to eat an omelet. Man, they look really good. All of a sudden, this voice from behind me just booming. Man, you better try them omelets. I turn around, and there he is, this just tower of a black gentleman standing behind me. Just, the omelet's good, man. It's the truth. You better try one of them. I'm like, no, I guess I gotta try the omelets. Thanks, Charlie. So, I tried the omelets, and it's good. But it's just funny to see the development of our relationship. First, I'm a little nervous about talking to him. By the end of the week, he's literally telling me to try the omelets, and it was just hysterical. I've seen him that many times on the boat. It's funny. But yeah, man, we had a great time. It was just constantly either a band was playing or the 311, the band, was playing. I got to see 4 of their shows. There was a comedy show. And as I'm sure a lot of people would realize, if they even remotely know who 311 is, and the fact that we were going to Jamaica, there was something else involved on this boat because we were on international water, so it was legal. And yeah, it wasn't exactly Colorado, but it was international waters. Now, I was smoking cigarettes at the time, but still didn't really want to do the whole smoking part of it. But someone gave me chocolate bars.
Oh.
They were
Ooh.
they were THC line chocolate bars. Now here's where the story gets fun. First of all, I found out it doesn't matter if you smoke it or you eat it. Regardless, you still get the munchies. Oh my god. If for whatever reason they had some sort of like ticket that you can get punched every visit to the buffet, I would have won a brand new car by the time I was done because I was there so often. First of all, it's Caribbean food. I love Caribbean food. Sweet and spicy, that's my jam. On top of that, they had chili dogs. Do you know what it's like to have unlimited chili dogs?
I probably feel as bad as that Chipotle guy does by the time he gets done his meal.
Okay, so I have a couple stories. Because, right, so when we actually got to Jamaica, we get off the island. I was pooping a lot on this trip, needless to say. Uh, we get to Jamaica and I'm feeling good. I'm like, all right, whatever, I'm fine. I had a very late breakfast because I knew we were going to the beach on Jamaica, whatever. And a lot of people from this cruise will probably talk about the time on the beach. It was a very rare thing that happened. We actually got to see baby sea turtles being hatched and walking into the ocean from the beach. It was really cool because,
Oh, that's neat. Yeah.
yeah, a lot of people were standing around them, protecting them, making sure none of the seagulls got to them or anything like that. I didn't care about any of that because, again, there was a buffet on the beach, and this time it was authentic Jamaican food, like actually in Jamaica. They had Jamaican tacos, Andy. Have you ever had a Jamaican taco?
What are you talking about? We made homemade tacos the other night.
God, they were so good. Shut up, Jamaican. You. They had a Caribbean taco, okay?
Okay.
They were so good. Oh my God. They should have staggered it. They shouldn't have gave me all the Caribbean tacos at once. The bathroom, the poor lady there. Okay, there was an attendant at the bathroom, and usually you say bathroom, you're
Poor
referring
guy.
to. It was a woman. You're referring to
Oh.
a room, a bathroom. That's the name, right? No, this was a hut. This was a bamboo hut. There wasn't any proper plumbing or anything there. It was just a hole and a seat. And normally this wouldn't be a problem because I'm a guy, but well, they shouldn't have gave me all the Caribbean tacos at once. I'm in there. I blew the doors off of that thing, and it's just like I don't even know how I'm supposed to flush it. Come to find out, without getting too graphic here. See, we're not going to get graphic on our honeymoons.
Please.
Yeah, there's a flapper at the bottom of it, so when weight hits the flapper, when weight hits the flapper, it just falls in. And I'm sorry, but if it's not 100% solid, there's not really much room for it to go. As soon as I came out the bathroom, about half an hour later, the woman was still standing right there. Apparently, after every single person uses it, she has to go in immediately afterwards and clean everything.
No.
She didn't give it a second to air out or not. She just hold it on it. It just went right in there.
Oh no.
Oh my God, I literally was trying to hide, and let me tell you something, I'm probably the biggest guy on the entire beach, and I'm trying to hide in any amount of sand I can. All of a sudden, I'm just like, give me the sea turtles, let me just make a shell out of their bodies. Anything, seagulls, take me instead. Let's see, I also tried getting a Cuban cigar on this beach, because we don't have Cuban cigars in the United States. So I'm like, $15 for a Cuban cigar. Yeah, why not? So the guy sells me a $15 Cuban cigar. And I've never smoked a cigar before at this point. So I'm like, what better way to be in paradise with a Cuban cigar? This is going to be so awesome. He never cut the cigar. And I didn't know this was important. So I'm trying to light the thing, and obviously it's not lighting. So I'm like, oh, I've seen movies before. You just have to chew the one end. Well, it's a Cuban cigar. These things are wrapped tight.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm biting off the end. I'm trying to light it, whatever. Let me bite off the other end. Yep, that's not working either. I ended up getting this 2-inch turd of a cigar that I had to throw away because I ate most of the rest of it. So anyway, speaking of the marijuana chocolate, one of the 311 concerts, we're sitting at this concert or whatever, right? And we had these chocolate bars there. And there's this guy that comes over, and they had like plenty of room. There was plenty of tables, but we had a table that was relatively close to the stage, and everyone there is super friendly. So we're like, whatever, we'll just take up this little corner of the table, and if anyone wants to come along and join us, they're more than welcome to. So this guy comes over, and he's got a bucket of beers, and he's just like, yeah, do you mind if I put my beer here? And we're like, no, dude, you're fine. Sit, set it up. Be more than welcome to, whatever.
Right.
And he's just like, cool, thanks. Feel free to grab one if you want. I'm like, nope, I'm all set. And he's like, all right, cool. So he comes back, after a little while, and he's like, oh, I'm grabbing another beer. You sure you don't want one? I said, no, I'm all set, but do you want some chocolate? And he just kind of freezes and looks at us like, what fatties did I just stumble upon at a 311 concert with beer and they're eating chocolate? And he's just like, no, I'm good, dude. Just walks away, like real somber, like. I'm like, yeah, all right. And then I thought about it. I'm like, I didn't tell him what kind of chocolate it was. I should probably mention that next time. So he comes
Yeah,
back.
it seems like it's worth noting.
He comes back, and I'm just like, sure you don't want any chocolate? And he's like, yeah, I'm pretty sure I don't want any chocolate. I'm like, no, you don't understand. And I show him the wrapping, and he's like, oh, yeah, I'll take a piece. So he takes a piece, and he's eating or whatever. Cool, thanks, man. Sure you don't want a beer? I'm like, nah, I'm all set. He's like, all right, really? All right. Just walks away. And he comes back like a good 15, 20 minutes later. Now, I am barely able to stand. I've had like the smallest little piece of chocolate. I'm completely a lightweight to this stuff. The one bar lasted us the whole vacation.
Jeez.
And yeah, well, it was potent. So anyway, the dude comes back and he's just like, man, I gotta tell you, this chocolate's not really doing it for me. I'm like, just give it some time, it'll kick in. And he's like, no, I think I need another piece. I'm like, all right, sure, why not? Here, pick another piece. The band starts playing. 30 minutes go by, or whatever. He comes back and he's just like, whoa, this chocolate's awesome. Totally into it all of a sudden. But my God, like I said, man, just what a freaking honeymoon. It was just incredible. I mean, obviously I didn't have the same level of intimacy that you did, but we didn't need that because we had Jesus, that was a little creepy, Andy. First of all, no one wanted to touch me anyway. I was at least 7 times in the bathroom a day.
Yeah, right.
I mean, don't give me a 24-hour buffet and a 24-hour case of the munchies at the same time. My God, they were lucky they even had a boat when they were done with it. We did go to one actual sit-down dinner the entire time we were there because there was like certain dinners on the ship that you could actually pay a little extra for. Everything was all inclusive, but there was like fancy things you could pay a little extra for. So we tried that. It was our honeymoon. We figured why not. And there was this I think it was it was definitely an Italian place, like really really high end, very expensive Italian place, or it would typically be expensive. It was $30 a person, which I thought was kind of weird because I'm like, is it a buffet? That's all right, whatever. Let's try it. So we go in there. We pay the man. We swipe our room key and it all gets charged to our account, or whatever, right? So $60 for the two of us. And we're like, it better be good. We got a buffet that's got really good food right over there. So it was incredibly fancy. It was kind of like what you're describing. Like you order an appetizer, you order an entree, you order like a full course meal, several courses. What was interesting was the amount of silverware we had. So like, and I hate the movie, but it's kind of funny because you harken back to that Titanic movie, and it's just like you just work your way in. The one scene where he has no idea what he's doing with the silverware, and
Yeah.
I'll be honest, it was true. What was weird about it though is like after every course of food, he would come by and take away silverware along with the dishes, even if we didn't use it. So like if we used the wrong spoon, he's leaving the wrong spoon that we used, but he's taking the one we were supposed to use. So it was just really weird. He actually folded the napkin for us and laid it on our laps, as if to say, you're not going to be some heathen that's not going to put the napkin on your lap here. Meanwhile, again, 311 cruise, flip-flops and braids walking, or dreadlocks walking all over the place. Like, yeah, dude, we're so fancy here. But
Sir, may I interest you in a bib for your penis?
it was really good food, though. I'm not gonna lie. It was incredible. Best tiramisu I've ever had in my life.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it was really good. But anyway, that's my honeymoon experience, and I'm glad you enjoyed yours. I definitely enjoyed mine, but I just wanted
Hmm.
to kind of tell the listeners about Andy's wedding times and a little bit about mine. So last thing we have to do here is football talk, and we don't have much. That's why we kind of extended the podcast a little bit. I think it was a bit too much this week, but whatever, we'll be fine. So just a quick tidbit of information here. The Titans beat the Chiefs, which both of us picked, so we both got a win there. What a game! The Chiefs were winning 3-21, I believe, at halftime. And the Titans came back in such a fashion that I will probably never forget. If I do, it will surely not be soon, because the quarterback of the Titans was just phenomenal. He threw a pass to himself for a touchdown.
What?
Yeah, you heard me correctly. He dropped back for a pass, threw the ball, went to just go sling it to someone, right? And the defender got an arm up and just happened to bat it right out of the air. And there was so much velocity that it just shot straight up. So the quarterback took it upon himself. Oh, I know what to do here. Just started booking it towards the ball, caught it, and ran it into the end zone for a touchdown. It was awesome.
Unbelievable.
It was really cool. It's only been done one other time in NFL history. And then there was a couple other good plays that he did. One of them was a really good block, but you wouldn't understand all that, so it's fine. We'll move on. So that was a good game. We both got Titans on that one. Rams and Falcons. The Falcons won. We both picked the Rams, so
Oh.
that's a loss. Yeah. Moving right along, Jaguars and Bills. This is the only one we split on. I had the Jaguars. You had the Bills. Jaguars, in fact, won.
Oh.
So obviously this is going to be my week because that's the only one we split on. And the last one was the Saints and the Panthers. We both picked Saints. Saints won. So the final score being 3-2. More importantly, the Rams was your Super Bowl not only pick but winner. So you already lost that.
Yeah.
So of what's left, you want to give it another go? You got Eagles, Falcons, Saints, and Vikings to pick from to replace the Rams.
Um. Eagles, Falcons, Saints, and Vikings.
Yes.
I'm gonna go with Vikings.
Oh, my pick. Okay.
Oh, that was your pick.
It's fine. Go with the Vikings. It's the right answer anyway.
Ah,
Still going with Vikings to win. You also have the Patriots here.
no.
Patriots win?
No Patriots.
Wait, what?
Oh, wait. Oh, okay. Sorry.
Obviously.
I misinterpreted.
Obviously.
Obviously. Yeah, no, still the Patriots on that side.
So do you want the Vikings to win?
I want the Vikings to win against the Patriots.
Okay. All right. That's probably a popular pick, honestly. So. Okay, so the score's 3-2. That's football this week. Let's get it, or no, not that's the wins. Let's get into the new one, the new week here. Should be quick. NFL playoffs. Okay, and just try to go right along here. So the first game we have is the Atlanta Falcons at the Philadelphia Eagles. I am going Falcons. What do you got?
Man.
This is the ultimate bird of prey showdown. Come on, man.
It really is, and that's what makes it difficult because, okay, the Falcon over the Eagle has speed and maneuverability, but the Eagle has size and brute strength. I also think that because of the territory, nobody's really going to have the Falcons' backs on things, but behind the Eagles are always Patriots. So it's essentially a 2-on-1 here with a seasoned team, and I hate. I'll even take the loss for it. I don't even care. But I'm going to pick the Eagles to win on that game.
All right. Eagles.
It makes sense. From the Animal Kingdom standpoint, it makes sense.
Okay. Next up, we have the Titans at the Patriots. Now, you have the Patriots to win the Super Bowl, so surely you're picking the Patriots here, yeah? You have to. There's no question about it. You have to.
Oh, I don't like your tone.
That's how this works. I'm not going to reveal my pick yet because I'm not 100% sure. Next up, we have the Jaguars at the Steelers. I have the Jaguars to go to the Super Bowl, so I'm obviously picking Jaguars. Who do you got?
Jaguars are going at the Steelers.
Correct.
Okay. So I recently played a game of House with my wife, and not the house that you think of. And I can tell you from a defensive position, when you're defending a home, it gets really tricky trying to get in through all the little security measures that they have.
Did I say not to be graphic?
I wasn't being graphic, I swear. But
I tried, Carla. I'm sorry.
She knows what I'm talking about. Anyway, the issue with that is that the Steelers, because of their profession, have a pretty sturdy home that the Jaguars are not really going to be able to penetrate. Trust me, there's like force fields and punji sticks and adamantium foundations and everything like that. Like they're not gonna get anywhere. I'm gonna say the Steelers.
Steelers. All right. Next up, we have the last game, the New Orleans Saints at the Minnesota Vikings. I got the Vikings to win the Super Bowl, so I'm gonna have to go Vikings. Who do you got?
Saints against the Vikings.
Wait a minute. You don't get a say. You already picked the Vikings to win the Super Bowl, so yeah, you have to pick Vikings.
Can I change my answer?
No, you can't change your answer. Unless you're going to make the Saints go to the Super Bowl. I'll let you change it then.
Yeah.
All right, because I'm not 100% sure if I said Saints. No, I said Saints. I definitely said Saints. You're not paying attention. This isn't my fault, but whatever. You could change it anyway.
Okay.
Well, that means you have to pick the Saints to win this game, Dan.
Yep, Saints will win.
All right. In that case, oh boy, we are split on every game except the one I haven't picked the team for yet. So since you picked the Patriots, I'm going to do it. I'm going Titans. I'm going to say the Titans are going to beat the Patriots. Countdown to Geektown right now is, in fact, laughing at me, and that is their team. And they're like, we can't beat the Patriots. I have faith. You're going to do it. Titans are winning that game. That is this week's football talk. The last thing we have to do is save this notepad here before I forget that. and then just name the episode and we're done here. I have several.
Oh, boy.
So I have burritos and pedophiles, obviously.
Okay.
I have South of the Border Buffet. And then I have This is a Podcast.
I was going to say the Ham Down Under. And
nothing goes with Australia, though.
This is a podcast.
I kind of like it.
That is cute. Reaper ain't here yet.
We can always call it Don't Fear the Reaper.
5 chicken finger discount. Holy Chipotle Batman.
And that'll do it for this week's edition of the Side Splitters, episode number 63, titled Holy Chipotle Batman. My name is Lyle.
And I'm Andy.
And I swear we came up with that right away. See you guys next week.
Bye bye.